Hey everybody, it's Anne, West Coast Beauty Editor with Modern Salon, and we're here at Butterfly Loft Salons. We're here with Alexis.
Hi guys.
And David Thurston.
Hello.
They are the founders, owners of Butterfly Loft Salons, along with all the educational offerings that go with it, along with Butterfly Circus. And now we're going to talk about a new color line that is launching. And why don't you go ahead and just introduce it and tell us a little bit about how you launched it here last week.
Sure. The new color line is called Pulp Riot. It's a collection of artists who own the company, including Alexis and myself, and other people like Hair God Zito, The Confessions of a Hairstylist, XO Stylist XO, Glamorous, Be Seen, and J. Wesley Olson. Did I forget anybody? I don't think so. And last week we launched the color line by bringing in 18 of the top colorists in the world to one salon, Butterfly Loft, on one day to work on 18 models. And we had gallons of every one of our colors, and we turned them loose to see what happened. And if you want to see what happened, go on the Pulp Riot Hair Facebook page, and we've posted a cool video.
Very cool video. And during that lab, it was kind of a pre-launch, a fun way for everybody to get together and collaborate and be creative, and the energy was awesome. And everybody wants the gallon pumps.
Well, you mentioned, and thank you for doing that, all the different people and parts on your team. You've created this collaboration of artists who worked with you to create the formulas, the colors that you needed. Alexis, why don't you talk a little bit about what, and we have questions already. One of the questions, and we're going to have Alexis answer this, is the line more of a full pigment or more like a sheer and more shiny formulas? Now, you talked really articulately about what you wanted to see in a formula and what you got. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, if I'm understanding the question correctly, a full pigment meaning that the direct dye has a lot of vibrancy. If that's what your question is, then the answer is yes. But it does have iridescence to it, some shine quality to it. It has quinoa, which actually repairs hair, and it's really good for your hair, skin, and nails, and gives conditioning. So it gives that shine and that gloss, and it helps to kind of close the cuticle a little bit, especially because with all these vibrant colors, you have to pre-lighten. So it helps to kind of make everything come together and give a shine and a vibrancy. Great.
So, and I neglected to say, now this is 16 colors to start. That's just what they're going out there with initially. Mm-hmm. People are wondering, everybody wants to get their hands on it. They even want to help you promote it. They want to talk about the longevity. I think something that you mentioned, so a question, are you calling them are they fashion colors?
I don't like that term. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like more people on the East Coast call them fashion colors. On the West Coast, I'm hearing the words vivids or bolds a little bit more.
Or fantasy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we want to call them, except they're really rad. That's what they are.
How about semi?
It's a semi-permanent, direct dye color line.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just the beginning. It's our foot in the door to bigger and better things.
And Alexis, again, when we were talking earlier, you talked about what's really a point of difference in terms of how they fade to tone.
Yeah, that was something that was really concerning to us, and something that, as artists, your color, you want it to look good when they walk out the door, but you also want it to look good a month later. And, so it has this kind of an evolution, if you will, of color. And so you wanted it to really fade tone on tone, and fade true and fade beautifully. And so it wouldn't, get all muddy and that kind of a thing. And so that was something that we really worked very hard at to really get. And so that's something that we're really pleased with.
It took us 1 year to formulate this color line. Yeah. We are perfectionists. We went back to the lab over and over again, our labs in the United States of America, and we had our artist team custom formulate each color. So if you're using silver, that was formulated by Be Seen, or charcoal was also formulated by Be Seen. And you've got Nightfall, the blue colors, and powder that was formulated by XO Stylist XO. So each stylist kind of had their forte, and they pushed really hard to produce just a fantastic color line.
you talk about zero, just as you now described, zero separation really between the artist. The artist knew what they needed, so they were involved in the formulation as well as even the art that will go into the packaging. And Alexis, you talked about how, too, that sometimes when you're working with other colors, to get that bright, vivid color, you have to just press it into the hair.
Exactly. You know, it's something that I've found time and time again where you just have to really shove it in and pack it in, and your fingers will actually hurt, and you know, and you're kind of pulling on the client's head or a little bit and pushing it. And so with this product, it's lotion based, and so it's very smooth, it glides in very nicely, and it makes it really easy to apply. And you know, of course you want saturation, but the saturation factor becomes a lot easier with the lotion base.
And we're getting questions too that people are wanting to see swatches. You need to go to @Pulp Riot Hair on Instagram, and you're going to see all sorts of examples of the color results, the color that was created at the Pulp Riot Lab.
Right.
We've been working with the color for some time, and we've sent it out to some top colorists who've been working with it as well. So all over the Pulp Riot Hair page, you'll be able to see stuff. In fact, tonight I'll be posting a photo of it faded out, so you get an idea of what Alexis was talking about, how it fades beautifully.
And what's great that's happening right now on here is that there are people answering other people's questions because they're very aware of what's been coming.
That's
so
good.
I'm going to...
Stylist helping stylists.
That's it. I'm going to take a picture that I'll put up online. I'm going to embed this video into a post online. I'm going to take a picture of some of the colors in these enormous pumps. It's, you know, right now they're just working with these big gallon jugs with pumps, but the packaging is in process. Hairdressers are going to be able to get their hands on it in a really efficient way. David, do you want to talk a little bit about the app?
Sure. I think that the beauty industry is a little bit behind other industries when it comes to figuring out how to purchase products. When you purchase anything else, you don't go through a sales rep and then a distributor rep and then the distributor manager and go through all this series to get products. We all have something amazing right now. It's in your pocket. It's called a cell phone. With us, you take your cell phone, you have our app, you do and product comes to you. It's coming from the East Coast and the West Coast, so most stylists will receive it the very next day. You can order it 24/7, whenever you want. It's such a simple app to use. It saves all your information. You want this color, go to the front door and wait for your product to arrive.
And what's the app? What should they search for?
It's still in production.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be ready by May.
Yeah, when the product is ready to be purchased, the app will be ready to download, and you guys can fire away.
Great. So this is still kind of a sneak peek, everybody. The owners, artists who have been working on this and putting this together have been using the color in their work so that they can show it on these gorgeous, bright, beautiful, bold heads. But the actual color you can't get your hands on until
May.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you sampling it? Or is there a way for people to?
Right now, the only way you're going to get product is if we send you the product. It's in very limited supply right now. And so most people are just going to have to wait till May when it's available throughout the United States and Canada.
Okay. Or you come into Butterfly Loft and steal some of our gallons.
We have alarms and cameras though.
You're getting so many congratulations on here. Ashley, Wayne, Brooke.
People have been so supportive of what we're doing.
Super nice.
And it's important to note that the real reason we created this company, things have changed. The beauty industry used to be in charge of creating all the trends and inspiring. And in the past year, it's the beauty community, the stylists, who are now in charge of trends and inspiring. And we are ready to have it so there's 0 degrees of separation between the people creating the products and the people using the products. Because with that comes innovation. You have access to our team, and we have access to you. And we could get feedback instantaneously. And as a community, we could innovate and create something new. We're also not just another color line. Our goal and mission is to make vivid and pastel colors more mainstream through all walks of life, making your job as stylist more fun. And we're starting to see it happen, but I think we're going to hit the tipping point with Pulp Riot.
That's so exciting, and I know your passion for education and supporting the stylists is all coming together in this. It makes so much sense that you'd want to also support them with product that really performs and does what it says it does. The product, I'll just mention too, looking at some early packaging, the different artists were directly involved with some of these specific shades. So if you're going to have a question about how to work with it, what's it going to fade to, you're going to be able to shout out to that artist on social and say, you know, can you help me with this? I mean, they're already doing that. They're already sharing formulas. They're already sharing support, sharing their knowledge. So it's wonderful to be a part of this launch. We're so excited to see it. Thank you for taking time. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you want to make sure you get out there?
Just really quickly, all the shades are intermixable, and so that's another way that everybody can kind of collaborate, ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be sharing formulas as far as like, hey, look at this cool color that we created, and you take this, that, and the other. So that'll be some fun interaction that you guys can see from us.
And we just want to say thank you to Modern Salon for always being so
Absolutely.
supportive of every project that we're involved in and being supportive of the beauty community. And they were the very first people to actually get a sneak peek at our packaging.
Yeah.
And we're going to want to turn this back on the interviewer and say, what did you think of the packaging?
I love the packaging. I loved it because each package seems to reflect not just the color. It's this instant read at, you know, what you have in your hand is also going to reflect what's inside the tube, but it's also a reflection, I think, of these artists that you come to feel you know. You know, they are very distinct personalities, but we've watched them grow, we've watched them develop, we've watched you help them develop their personality, their professionalism, their presentation. So it's so exciting to see just this through line of artist to artist to artist. And at Modern, that's our mission. We want to support you, and thank you for letting us be involved in that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Stay
you.
tuned.
Bye,
More to
everyone.
come.